I have a fan cart here, and the fan cart works like this. If I turn on the fan, it's going to blow air out to the side, and I have different speeds. I have low, or medium, or high. Well, it's not a surprise. If the fan is pushing the air this way, the cart is going to move this way. And it turns out the fan carts are very, very good at showing constant acceleration. So I'm going to put the fan cart down the track. We're going to let it accelerate down the track. We'll make a motion diagram as we've done previously, and we'll look at the velocity vectors and the difference in the velocity vectors to represent the acceleration. Let's do that. So we have the fan cart on the track. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And it accelerates to the end of the track. Now, the motion is as you've just seen. But next, we want to look at a graph of the motion. Okay? Let's do a graph of velocity versus time from the instant that I let the fan cart go. And the graph of the motion will look like this. The velocity is just steadily increasing. And the steady increase, the steady growth of the velocity as a function of time, that's the acceleration. But now, let's suppose we don't put the fan on medium. We're going to put the fan on high. And when I put the fan on high, it pushes harder. And so it's no surprise that the motion will be different. In fact, we'll see a higher acceleration. Now, I want you to think about this. Think about the motion that you just saw. As the fan cart's moving down the track, the velocity is still increasing. But imagine drawing the graph of the velocity versus time for this case. How will the velocity versus time for this case differ from the case that you saw previously? How will the graph be different from the previous case? We'll give you some choices. Ultimately, what we'll see is this. The slope of a velocity versus time graph is the acceleration. And when I turn the fan up higher, I have a higher acceleration. And so therefore, I have a larger slope of my velocity versus time graph. So in this case, what I get is a steady increase. I still have a line, but the line has a steeper slope. And that tells me that I have a higher acceleration.